You want intimacy with a woman you actually desire, not a performance. Not another round of small talk, not a checklist of techniques. You want the feeling of her softening when she feels your presence, the way her shoulders drop when she realizes she can exhale around you, the way her attention narrows to you because your energy has quietly taken the lead. Real intimacy is not an accident. It is not luck. It is a deliberate sequence of signals that her nervous system reads and trusts. Tonight, you're going to learn how to create those signals, without pretending to be anyone else, without over-talking, without chasing. And if what you're about to hear shifts how you see yourself, stay with me until the end because we're just getting started. The first truth: women don't fall for words. They fall for states. Your words can be clever, but the state of your body is the real message. Your breath, your pacing, the heat of your attention, the steadiness in your gaze. All of that is the message her deeper mind cares about. Attraction may spark with a look, but intimacy is built when her body says, "I'm safe to open with this man." Safe doesn't mean boring or predictable. Safe means you can handle more of her. Most men unknowingly signal the opposite. They rush. They ask for closeness they haven't earned. They unload shallow vulnerability that isn't grounded in any mission. They lean in too much, talk too fast, and give their power away in tiny ways they don't notice. She feels the grab, and her body protects her. So the door you want to walk through, the door to closeness, softness, and heat, never fully opens. Your reset begins before you speak. Imagine you carry a line from the crown of your head down your spine into the ground beneath your feet. Breathe down that line. Make the exhale a touch longer than the inhale. The point isn't meditation, the point is command over your nervous system. When you speak, let the words ride your breath instead of chasing your breath. Keep your jaw relaxed, drop your shoulders. Eye contact should be calm, not staring. Let silence be part of your presence rather than a problem you must solve with noise. Everything in you says, "I'm not in a hurry. I'm not trying to get anywhere. I invite what I want, and I allow what doesn't belong to pass." This is the state that transmits leadership without a single brag. Intimacy doesn't start with revelations about your past or intense confessions. It starts with context. Set matters. Lighting, seating, distance. The rhythm of the environment. These either amplify your signal or cancel it out. Choose spaces where you can hear each other without shouting, where you can sit at a slight angle instead of confronting each other like a job interview, where the background hum is steady and nothing jolts the nervous system every 60 seconds. When you arrive, take the seat that gives you the best view of the room, not to police it, but to relax into awareness. Awareness reads as protection, not possessiveness. When you're oriented, you stop fidgeting. When you stop fidgeting, she feels held. That subtle feeling, being held by your awareness, is intimacy's foundation. Your opener should be clean, grounded, and specific. Speak to what you notice, not what you assume. A simple, direct line delivered with warmth can carry more weight than any poetic monologue. Keep it bright in tone, but decisive in delivery. The early minutes are calibration. Watch how her energy responds to yours. Does her breath get faster or slower? Do her pupils dilate? Does she mirror your posture? These are not decorations. These are her deeper signals telling you where the boundaries are and how much intensity she can handle now. Respect those signals without dulling your polarity. That balance, attuned without becoming timid, is what most men never master. Polarity is not a performance of masculinity. It's the choice to shoulder responsibility for the frame. The frame is the unspoken agreement about what this is. Are you flirting or networking? Are we exploring chemistry or passing time? You set that through how you stand, how you tease, how you hold eye contact, how you pause after her answer to let the meaning land. Say less, mean more. When she tests the frame, through sarcasm, diversion, or delay, don't scramble to explain yourself. Hold your ground, soften your eyes, and reassert the frame with a calm statement that reveals your standards. What you are available for, and what you are not. Intimacy thrives where standards exist, because standards signal you can protect both of you from aimlessness. Now listen carefully, because this unlocks doors other men don't know exist. Intimacy is built through cycles of tension and release. Tension is the electricity of uncertainty, the space where desire builds. Release is the softness of being seen, where defenses relax. You alternate between the two like breath. Too much tension and she armors up. Too much release and she gets sleepy or treats you like a therapist. Your job is to raise tension through proximity, pacing, and polarity, then release it through precision. One well-placed acknowledgement that shows you truly see her, not a flood of compliments that prove you need her. This rhythm is hypnotic. It turns a casual conversation into an experience her body remembers. Use your senses deliberately. When she speaks, let your eyes settle on her face, then break eye contact for a second to her hand, her lips, or a subtle detail she's wearing. Return to her eyes. That small triangle of attention adds a charge without a single explicit word. When you want to escalate connection, lower your voice half a step and slow your phrasing, not to act seductive, but to give her nervous system more time to feel you. End your sentences a fraction softer than you begin them. That drop signals you are not seeking approval, you are laying down reality. If what you're hearing so far is reshaping the way you want to show up, stay with me until the end, because I'm going to give you language that protects your standards while deepening her trust. Ask questions that open sensation, not interrogation. Instead of extracting facts, invite lived experience. Then reward the risk she takes by answering with your own specificity, but keep it contained. Intimacy is not oversharing. It's selectivity. Show one edge at a time. Share one belief that actually governs your choices. Offer one glimpse into what calms you and what ignites you. If she asks follow-ups, give them. If she doesn't, don't chase the reveal. You are demonstrating discipline. You can feel big. You can suggest depth. And you can hold back the flood. That restraint is a magnet. Most men misunderstand vulnerability. They confess wounds in the hope of being soothed. That dynamic reverses polarity and burdens her. True vulnerability is exposing a value you won't violate, a boundary you enforce even when it costs you, a desire you own without apology. Speak in the language of choice, not victimhood. Replace "I can't" with "I don't." Replace "I'm trying" with "I'm choosing." Replace "I'm working on myself" with "I hold myself to this standard." That shift tells her you are safe to trust because you are already self-governed. Intimacy grows in the presence of self-governance. You will feel moments where the conversation wants to speed up, where her eyes brighten and she leans toward you. Instead of matching the speed, slow down. Hold the space. Smuggle a micro-silence into your reply. Let the tension breathe. This is where your instincts to fill the gap will try to hijack you. Don't let them. Let your eyes do a second of extra work. Let your mouth almost smile. Then speak with less energy than you feel. This creates a vacuum she chooses to step into. That choice is invaluable because intimacy must be mutual to feel alive. You're not dragging her across a line. You're inviting her to cross it. Your touch must be earned. The right touch at the right moment transmits more intimacy than 20 minutes of perfect sentences. Begin with low stakes, situational contact that's easy to accept. Guiding her lightly as you move through a doorway, offering your forearm when stepping off a curb, a brief palm-to-palm squeeze when she shares something meaningful. Watch how fast she reclaims her space. If she lingers or reinitiates contact, you have a green light to increase duration later. If she withdraws even slightly, ease off and build more safety through presence first. Consent isn't a bureaucratic checklist. It's a living dialogue in her body. The more skilled you become at reading it, the more she relaxes into the moment. Frame control doesn't mean control over her. It means control over yourself and the world you propose. When logistics arise, where to sit, what to do next, make offers that include her preference without putting all weight on her. Two clear options with a confident bias communicate leadership while staying collaborative. If she tests you by staying undecided, decide and move. Indecision is friction. You dissolve it by taking initiative. Intimacy needs movement because movement builds trust. Every tiny decision you confidently make and then honor becomes proof you can lead bigger moments with care. Do not chase rapport with generic agreement. Disagree with warmth when you do. Hold your own taste. If you like something, name it simply. If you don't, say so cleanly without attacking what she likes. This edge draws her out. Forced harmony feels flat. Animated difference is chemistry. When you show you can disagree without disrespect, her body marks you as emotionally safe. Many men think safety is being endlessly agreeable. Real safety is being unshakable and kind when you're not aligned. There is a moment in every good interaction where her mind starts running ahead. Who is this man? Where is this going? Resist the urge to define it too quickly. Let her curiosity do work for you. Feed it with clarity about who you are, not labels for what this is. Talk about your rhythms, your rituals, your commitments, the texture of your days, not to brag but to show your life has form. A formless man is exciting at first and exhausting later. A man with form is both intriguing and reassuring. Intimacy amplifies inside structure. Now we move into deeper water. Intimacy requires qualification. You are not here to audition for her attention. She is auditioning for your intimacy as much as you are for hers. This is not arrogance, it's fairness. You are selective about who gets access to your unguarded presence. Reveal that standard without grandstanding. If she displays behaviors that violate your boundaries, chronic lateness, disrespect to staff, gossip that savages absent friends, name your standards simply. You don't need to lecture. A quiet, unflinching statement of your line is enough. Often, she will rise to meet it. If she doesn't, you have the strength to walk. The willingness to walk is the backbone of intimacy. Paradoxically, it's also what makes desirable women lean in. They can feel when a man can leave, and when he chooses to stay, they trust the choice. Let's talk about escalation. Escalation is not a staircase you race up. It is a spiral you trace slowly, returning to safety at each loop with a slightly higher charge. Pace the evening with deliberate expansions and contractions. If you lean in and she meets you, lean back and smile. If you tease and she glows, soften and appreciate. If you touch and she melts, withdraw half an inch and watch her follow. Your leadership is in the cadence. Too linear and it feels like a plan. Spiral and it feels organic, because it is. Your voice is a direct line to her body. Treat it like a musical instrument you keep in tune. Speak from your chest, not your throat. End on the breath, not in your nose. Pause where the meaning wants to land rather than where your anxiety wants to hide. If she speeds up, you slow down. If she quiets, you leave space and then come in closer with fewer words. This is attunement. Attunement without self-betrayal is irresistible. Intimacy also needs humor, but not the kind that makes you the clown. Use humor to release tension, not to avoid it. The difference is intention. Humor that avoids tension breaks polarity. Humor that releases it deepens connection. Say less, smirk more. Choose one line that punctures a moment of intensity and returns her to oxygen. Then rebuild. There is a point where you will want to share something real. Choose something you have metabolized, not a wound that still runs you. Speak it as a fact of who you are, not as an unresolved plea for rescue. This tells her you can meet her in depth without drowning. The unspoken message is powerful. I feel fully. I carry what I've lived. I remain free. That is intimacy. Freedom in the presence of feeling. If the night moves toward physical connection, slow everything. The slower you go, the louder each signal becomes. Name what you notice. Tell her what you like in a sentence that describes sensation, not performance. Ask what she likes without turning it into a survey. Lead with patience. Let her anticipate you more than chase you. Always read for reciprocity. Is she leaning back in, initiating in return, touching you without being asked? If yes, continue. If no, step back and hold eye contact with a warm, steady smile. Your restraint protects the bond you are building from buyer's remorse the next day. This is long game thinking. The long game always pays bigger dividends because true intimacy makes everything, conversation, affection, sexuality, more potent. On logistics, exit strong. If you end the time together without an extended plan, make a clean suggestion for the next thread of the story you're co-writing, something that fits both of your worlds. Be concrete, not vague. Then leave with warmth and certainty. After you part, send a message that reflects a specific moment you enjoyed, not a needy, "Did you get home?" check. Precision communicates presence. Needy check-ins communicate fear. You are not fearful, you are intentional. When you inevitably encounter counter-signals, mixed messages, slow replies, sudden coolness, don't chase clarity, invite it. Offer a simple, clean truth about what you sense and what you value. Then step back. Intimacy cannot be coerced. Your consistency over time is the test. Your willingness to wait without wasting time is the filter. If she's truly aligned, she will make it easy. If she's not, your clarity frees you to invest where your presence is cherished. A crucial correction that separates men who build intimacy from men who sabotage it. Stop trying to be impressive. Start becoming unmistakable. Being impressive is comparison-based. It's anxious, performative, and exhausting. Being unmistakable is alignment-based. It's calm, magnetic, and sustainable. Unmistakable men have a recognizable rhythm. How they move, how they decide, how they rest, how they honor promises, how they treat people who can do nothing for them. Women track this rhythm at a level they rarely articulate. Build that rhythm and your mere presence becomes a signature that writes itself into her memory. Extend your frame outside the date. Keep your life tailored to you. Sleep, training, sunlight, water, hard work, good food, intimacy with your own mission, time with brothers who sharpen you. These aren't habits for Instagram. They stabilize your nervous system, and a stable nervous system is the most erotic status signal in the world. It says, I carry myself. I won't collapse under pressure. I won't turn you into my therapist. That message relaxes women more than any perfect line you could memorize. You will be tested. Not because she's cruel, but because her deeper intelligence wants to trust you. Tests aren't games to win. They're invitations to show your center. When she withdraws slightly, don't beg. When she challenges you, don't escalate into combat. When she doubts your intent, name it and stand still. The man who can stay generous while holding his line, who can remain warm while remaining sovereign, is rare. Be rare. If this is hitting something inside you, drop your thoughts below. I read every single one. Tell me where you get stuck. Speed, silence, standards, escalation, and I'll speak directly to it in future pieces. In the meantime, practice the core. Breathe down your spine, set your frame through presence, attune without chasing, escalate in spirals, enforce your boundaries quietly, and leave every woman better than you found her. Not because you're perfect, but because you're principled. Now let's push this into advanced territory, because mastery requires precision under pressure. When a woman arrives guarded or distracted, your instinct may be to push for deeper talk to break through. Resist. Instead, lower stimulation. Reduce input. Shorten your sentences. Increase eye contact, but soften focus so it doesn't feel like a drill. Offer a clear, small ask. Join me for 2 minutes. I want to hear one good thing from your day and one thing you dropped without noticing. Then go first, simply, without drama. You're modeling brevity and depth together. If she gives surface answers, appreciate the surface and let time do its work. Patience here is power. The man who races for intimacy loses it. The man who allows intimacy chooses him. If the energy turns chaotic, loud environment, interruptions, logistics, hiccups, anchor the moment by naming reality and recentering. You become the calm eye in the storm. She will remember that sensation far more than any dazzling story you could tell. Humans bond to what regulates them. Become regulation. Use your breath. Use your voice. Use your stillness. And when the chaos passes, tease the moment with a light comment that signals, "Nothing shakes me." That's the imprint you want stamped into her nervous system. If the conversation hits a plateau, you can reignite polarity with a single clean challenge delivered with a smile. Not a neg, not an insult, an invitation to show you more of her. This flips the dynamic from you auditioning to her revealing. Intimacy needs mutual risk. Invite that risk warmly and reward it when she takes it. The reward is not praise like a teacher talking to a student. The reward is presence, the feeling that you are fully with her when she's real. That feeling is addictive. It will have her reaching out first, planning next steps, leaning deeper because she experiences herself more brightly around you. Pay attention to endings. The last 30 seconds imprint the whole encounter. Don't muddy them with over-explanations. Offer one sentence that names what you enjoyed and one sentence that proposes the next moment. Then stop. If she lingers, give her 10 more seconds of eye contact than you think you can bear, then break it first with a slow grin and step away. You lead even in leaving. That discipline makes you unforgettable. If you know a brother who needs to hear this, someone who keeps talking himself out of connection, who overthinks, overtexts, and overheats, send this to him today. Don't keep it to yourself. Sharpen your circle, and your circle will sharpen you. Take this with you now. Intimacy is not a reward you get for saying the right things. It's the byproduct of who you are under tension. You are not building tricks, you are building a signal that says, I am safe to open with and dangerous to stagnation. I am gentle with what is soft and fierce with what matters. I move toward what I want and away from what wastes us. When that signal becomes your default, everything changes. Eye contact holds longer, touch lingers without fear, silence becomes charged, and the smallest smile from her feels like a secret you've both been keeping. That is the world you're stepping into. If what you've heard tonight is shifting how you see yourself, stay with me. Subscribe so we can keep sharpening this together. Tell me the one shift you commit to practicing this week: breath, frame, pacing, qualification, and I'll hold you to it in the next lesson. This is how you build intimacy with any woman. Not by chasing her attention, but by becoming the presence she chooses to open to again and again.